My friends, welcome to Talk Casual, and today I'm broadcasting here live in the Fly Casual headquarters in the Outer Rim. And today, of course, we'll be talking about Ministravaganza and the future of Armada. So, as much as you were aware, there was very little Armada through the whole thing. I have dissected and gone through the whole thing and found some nuggets of information, and I'll show you what I've got and my speculations on what is happening with Armada. Right, guys, so welcome. Yes, welcome, Clint. So, going into this event, granted, it was delayed. It was set for June 5th, was it 5th, 9th to the 11th, sorry. It was delayed due to COVID, so they actually moved it back to July. Of course, what happened there was they released some content that were supposed to be coming out Ministravaganza. So they released new kits for X-Wing, Legion. Nothing after that, and that was a big worry for me because, as I stated before, there was a kit coming for Armada. They did say it. It was out in public view. It was in public. It was public information, as stated by AMG. And you're wondering, well, why aren't you showing us pictures, like a glimpse of this kit? I was getting a bit worried that AMG wasn't delivering on their promises that they said they were going to do when they said there wasn't going to be any product for Armada. Like, the main two promises they kept was they wanted to keep organized play still available and reprints. Those two promises haven't been met at the moment by AMG, and it's kind of a bit of a worry why that's not happening. Oh, hello, Ken. I presume that is Ken. It's Iron Radio. Thank you for joining us this evening for you, this morning for us. So I thought I'd go live in the morning so everyone can catch me happening here. So my expectations of the mini extravaganza weren't great. I'll go into some positives because there were some positives. I want to keep some positivity into the stream. I don't want to go all negative on what AMG did. Compared to last year's mini extravaganza, I asked AMG just to give us one stream, just one. I don't care if it was stream, it was painting, if it was them playing a really poor game. I don't care. I just wanted one compared to the last year's one that was nothing. So, props to them to giving us a paint stream. So, main reason why I asked is because when I asked a question about Armada, it'd be on an X-Wing Legion stream, and then you get told off by the Legion or X-Wing players, hey, this is our stream. Go and get your own stream. I'm like, we don't have a stream. Give us a stream so we can complain about. So, well, or comment about. Let's keep it positive here. You know, comment about this kind of stuff. Good morning, Ken. Yes, I knew it was you. So I just wanted to keep it positive and just say, look, guys, you know, give us a stream. Let us comment on things that we want to hear, you know, or comment on the game. And, you know, props to them to give us a stream. So, yeah, I'll give them that. What was I expecting from it? Nothing much, really. You kind of expect these kind of things to go, you know, not the way that you think it would be. All I wanted from AMG and the mini extravaganza is to put that the kit out, just to give us information about kit. I wasn't asking about new developments or rapid reinforcements to nothing that hasn't been released by AMG. Or anything said by AMG. I just wanted some confirmation on something that was public, and that was my only wish for mini extravaganza. Right, let's go through the actual 3-day event, and then I will give you my thoughts and ideas where this might go for Armada. So this is all, afterwards it'll be all speculation. I believe what I feel like that they were talking about could happen. So we'll see what happens there. Positive. Yes, we are suffering, Clint, and I understand that, and I'll get to that too, because I feel like that there were certain things that were said on the stream, or either content creators, that was kind of true and kind of not true, but I want to get to that a little bit later on. Right, guys, let's get on with the show. So we started off with the welcome. The welcome didn't have really much in there. It kind of they did show off. I'm just going for the highlights of the 3 days. Nothing, and I'm going to probably talk about the first day and the last day. Second day didn't have a lot of things. I didn't watch the second day. I don't know if there was anything about Armada there, but these are the ones I picked, and I thought this would be good for Armada. So, opening ceremony, we're talking about the website. So the website is still up and coming. They're talking about end of August with the new content. Of course, they showed some pictures of the website, and of course, Legion, as X-Wing, and Marvel Crisis Protocol were shown. Nothing about Armada. It grates my little cheese. Like it grates my cheese that they just don't put one more in. Granted, they said all games would be represented with the new website, but it's just that kind of that poke that they want to do to Armada players. They go, we've had everyone shown here except for Armada. So, look, all right, it was just a website. We'll continue on. So, they talked about the new website, and they said end of August will be up and running, hopefully. Also, that they're looking at coming back to Store Champs. I don't know if that was in the grand opening, because we'll continue on, because that was the main thing from the grand opening there. They were talking Adepticon. Oh yes, they were talking about Adepticon being the flagship main event for AMG Star Wars games. So they said games, plural, they said everyone. So Legion, X-Wing, and Armada. They said that the Adepticon event will be the start and end of the year. So of course, Adepticon 2023 will be the end of that. This period of the well, what is this period really? What you say is the period of basically COVID and everything else. 2020, 2019, or everyone who has these invites to Worlds have been collecting for the last several years, and they'll be honoured in Adepticon 2023. So then, when that finishes, a new year will begin, and a new season will begin, and ending again at Adepticon 2024. So all three game systems will have open world qualifiers. They'll have events. They even talked about regionals as well. So it's up in the air what will happen with tournament wise, Armada wise. They didn't specify, but we'll have to wait and see. I think most of the information will come out a bit later, what's going to happen to us. But I'll talk about a little bit more on that further on. So I'll talk briefly about the X-Wing stream, because the X-Wing stream did have a little bit about, focused on, could imply that Armada was heading that way too. So the X-Wing stream talked about rebringing Store Championships back in. So for the 2023-2024 season. So they talked about that a lot of people don't have the opportunity to go to these major events, these open world qualifiers. There might be time or travel might be dependent, and they wanted to break the barrier to entering into Worlds for X-Wing. So with the Store Champs kits this time round, they're giving away an invite to Worlds. I don't know. I presume it is the first player will get, first place would get the Worlds invite. So they did talk about that. It is a basic invite. So the basic invite, what they talked about is that it is just no fare, no accommodation, just your ticket into Worlds. So then, of course, they talked about regionals having the premier invite, of course, having like your first round bye. So X-Wing sense of wise, they were still going to do the invites there. So this could definitely apply to Armada. They didn't specify, but when they did talk about Armada, when they finally opened up about Armada at the end, that they were going to do Adepticon continue on as all free games. So if Worlds is going to happen for Armada, you're going to need open world qualified. You'll need people to qualify for Worlds. So if that's the case, then we've got to have events. So I feel like there's a strong possibility that Armada might have store champs back. This would be fantastic. I love store champs. It's such a great event for a local game store to have some kind of, it is mostly a casual event, but like a semi-premier casual event compared to your monthly tournament or something like that. Something to like a store community can work towards for the end of the year, saying this is our store championships and this is going to be the crescendo to our year in Armada. So hopefully, look, they didn't imply. I tried to get the information from them, but of course they don't answer questions they don't want to answer. So for me, I'm hopefully implying that Store Champs is back. It would be a fantastic thing. So AMG, if you are listening, definitely bring back Store Champs. I feel like it is a major thing that needs to be done. So that was the X-Wing stream. So we actually get finally to the Armada painting stream, and this is where look. Again, let's start off with the positives. We got the stream, we got painting. So we got Dallas Kemp painting on there. He painted this beautiful Venator. I love the Venator that he did on there. It was just that black grey Venator, very cloak. I said very cloaky, and he took that on board. It's like, oh yeah, it is very cloaky. So the Venator looked fantastic. The Providence really good, nice. I thought it needed the Rebel logo on there. So for that, positives on there to give us a stream, and that's where the comments came in. So the comments came in and were asking the question, a lot of people asking what's happening with Armada, what's going on, where is our products? And this is where AMG kind of dropped the ball a bit, because I feel like that they put Dallas Kemp on there and they said to him, look, Dallas, I want you to paint and just answer paint questions. And that's what he did. Anytime you ask a paint question, he'll answer it. Anything else was brushed aside. So for me, it was really hard to watch these questions being brushed aside. Were we negative? Yeah, I think we were negative. There was a lot of upset people. Were they have the right to upset it? Absolutely. And I have to give credit to Dallas Kemp. He did acknowledge us on our thoughts and feelings on the game. And he told us, to have passion is great. And I felt like, at first when I started typing, like, I want some answers, where are our kits? After that, I felt, okay, he gets this. Let's not beat around the bush. We're not going to get the answers. I just answered, thanks, Dallas, for painting. Thanks you for showing us what's going on. I love the models. Look fantastic. I have to give credit to Dallas to say, hey, guys, I understand you're upset. I understand you're frustrated, but keep the faith. And he said straight out, he has no Armada information. So, which is kind of a bit weird, because the next part was out of the blue type scenario. The logic behind this stream was really vague as well too. It was just to think that Will Schick and Simone Elliott thought that they're not, to think that we're not going to ask questions. I think they knew that we're going to ask questions, but if they had that mindset of, oh, it'll be okay, don't worry, there won't be any major questions, I think they were in Egypt, they were in denial. So I think it's the other way around. They said, well, we're off to dinner. Dallas, you take care of the stream, just keep to the script. We won't answer any questions, which was a bit, they could have, what they said later on in the Legion stream, in this stream, just to make everyone else happy. That's where the Armada demographic was. We were in this stream. But none of our questions were answered, so it was quite confronting. So yeah, I don't know why they thought that. Even if they brought one of them back to give out the views that they gave up in the Legion stream, that'd been better than what they did here. So that's my only negative comment about that. I'll keep it to that. Apart from that, it was a nice painting stream. And as I said, it is good to have a stream. I'll give them that. So finally, we'll go to what was the last thing that that was Armada content. So it was the Full of Surprises stream. It was a Legion stream of all things, where they were painting a Ahsoka and a Sarge Ventress. So for me, I just watched it. Well, maybe they'll come out with something. I'm not quite sure. And lucky for me, I did stay on and listened on. So I actually recorded the video. So here is the video here, and I'll let you see for yourself.
I mean, as far as Armada goes, the last thing we had in terms of things to show at the time is rapid reinforcements. So that obviously released, and Dallas did a little stream showing folks how to potentially some fun ideas on how to repaint their ships. We have the Summa All Things, which I believe will be at Gen Con, is one of the events you can sign up for. So if you want to take a look at that, and you're going to be in Indianapolis in like 3 weeks, I believe they're running the Summa All Things there. So you can check out that new scenario and organized play kit. If you're not going to be at Gen Con, I believe that kit comes out in October? Probably. Maybe September? I think October. So it is on its way. And then outside of those things that have been announced, we of course have Worlds coming back for all the games. Interesting. I'm not going to follow that because I think that's going to be too samey same. So we're going to cheat. I'm going to go off book for this girl, and we're going to do her belt. She's one pose as well. And then, like I said, Worlds will resume for all the Star Wars games, including Armada, at Adepticon 2023. And then the cycle will basically kick off from there for the next version of Worlds, and all the Star Wars games will see tournament kits for stores, retail support kits, for in-store play, that kind of stuff. We're working currently to get reprints and that stuff like we talked about several months ago, I think. I don't remember the last when we talked about the reprint work, but you know, making sure that really core Armada stock is back in print and available. It's been another one of the big pushes. I know there's been some issues with that as well, so. But it's still very much like we announced initially. There's no big major news for Armada at the moment. There's no major development or product stuff that we're ready to announce, so. It's still very much in our minds and we discuss it. Internally. Week to week. Oh, I missed that part.
There you guys have it. That was in a Legion painting stream. let's go through the positive. Let's go through the main information that we got there. So the sum of all things is the kit's name. We finally got a kit name. It is been presented at Gen Con, and it will be coming out in October. So for me, this is good. This is great. This is what I wanted. This is the main information I wanted from AMG. An actual, when is it coming out? I have good hopes with this kit because it was actually produced by Karnak himself. So apart from the mini extravaganza rules that AMG seems to write up for Armada, they're not the greatest of rules. But if Karnak had a hand in this, then definitely this will be there'll be some quality in it. So there'll be some some actual rules and actual understandable rules that Karnak had probably involved in it. So some quality control, that's what I was going for. There'll be some quality control in there, which is really good, and I'm looking forward to that. So for those of you who are going to Gen Con, I know Ken is going to Gen Con, so you'll get a view of that first off. Hopefully some pictures. That's one thing that it's like they couldn't show us one picture of anything. Like it, when they first announced it in March, it was off to the printers. So where are the pictures? Where's the grand reveal of it? So, but they did say that Armada is in their minds and they still think about it. They did joke about later on saying that they have products for everything in their heads in development for 2027. And I said to them straight out, if you just said that for Armada, I'd be happy. I can wait 5 years, I think. So it's a bit of a joke. I would love them a bit earlier, but if you said we have an Armada range of products, I would be happy. I'll go beautiful, great. Just bring out OP kits, bring out some reprints for the newer players to come in. So that's all I want. So nerf the Onika already. Ugh. Join the queue, Ash. Join the queue. Welcome, Ash. Welcome. So for me, it was just, why wasn't this information given us onto the paint stream at the end of the paint stream? Why was it mashed in with a Legion stream? And this is one of the main faults with AMG, that their communication is very poor with Armada. I don't know what they have their view on us. They think that we might get angry or upset that there's no production. As long as they keep the communications open, that's all I ask for. That's really it. It's all, it's what anyone asks for, really. Like, instead of troving through other streams to find these nuggets of information, just give us the information. How about posting us a preview of these kits or giving us a picture or something? Yeah, absolutely. They have to keep us in the loop, in the community in the loop. Absolutely, Ash. 100%. 100% agree with you. I agree with you, because they show off Legion, they show off X-Wing, they show stuff like that, Asajj Ventress and Ahsoka. It's 6 months in development. It's next year's issue, but they're showing models of it. They're showing off in the X-Wing stream the Battle of Coruscant. They haven't got anything produced for it, but they're willing to explain it to us. This is a kit. Now, the Armada kit is apparently good to go. It's ready to be presented to us next week. And where is it? Where's the explanation? Where is the pictures? Where is the news release from AMG? It's not there. It's not there. It's like rapid reinforcements. It's rapid reinforcements just came out of the blue. Some people would love that. It's like fantastic. I don't want to be drip feed stuff. Back in the days of FFG, where they'd give you that blurry picture and you try to, enhance, and try to figure out what the text says. Some people hated that. I enjoyed that. I think a lot of people enjoyed that little drip feed that FFG gave us of, hey, this is what's coming up, and then we'll try to speculate on the cards. So, yeah, well, but do they actually have it? Well, they said that it's coming out in Gen Con, so they'll have a preview at Gen Con. So I know certain people will be at Gen Con, and if it's not at Gen Con, then there'll be hell to pay. It just infuriates me how they do these little things here and there. Yeah, absolutely, Svenda. Yeah, absolutely. We are a patient community. one thing Armada community is, we are a patient bunch. We waited for, certain waves for 2 years, like the SSD. Let's talk about the SSD. We waited. For wave, I think it was the second wave was an issue with Armada with FFG. We waited. We can wait. We have no issues. We understand that we are behind Legion and X-Wing, but we love the game. We can understand it. So yeah, we are patient. Well, that's one thing we have learned as a community, to be patient. But that information that was given out on a Legion stream, it is really poor. I do give props for Wilshick to come out and say it. As I said, that's all I wanted out of this mini extravaganza. I wanted that public information that was leaked out in March to be, hey, this is coming through. And Karnak on the Discord said, oh, thank God that they actually said something about it, because I was wondering if it was going to come show up at the light of day. So, yeah, so it was really, really weird. So let's move on to the end of the closing ceremony. So what they're saying is, now that the all the conventions are happening, Gen Con, Adepticon, and that, a mini extravaganza will now be a yearly thing, just a once a year thing. So that will be it for this year. I presume they'll be at Gen Con. I presume, yes, they will be at Gen Con. So I don't know. I think they'll be releasing more Legion stuff. I'm not quite sure. So basically that's what is going to happen. And then they're just going to move to, they're actually going to do some gaming streams as well on top of it. So hopefully, I would love for them just to get the starter sets of Armada and play a game of Armada. I don't care if they stuff up the rules. It doesn't bother me, as long as we get something of, hey, we're still here. Because if you watch the X-Wing stream, they got a lot of rules wrong, and the X-Wing players were jumping up and down how many times they've got that wrong. But they were having fun, and I was laughing at them, because I always commented, well, you allowed one cheat on stream, and on Fly Casual we're happy of having that one cheat on stream. So yeah, thank you, Ash. And that's what I want. I'm here, and that's what us content creators like Iron Radio, Crowbuck, all of us doing. Of course, the new Armada podcast, guys. Well done on that. That's a really good. Listen to that, Kellorn and all that. Fox Omega, well done on that. Really good production there. Brace for Impact have come back on, so that's awesome to hear them come back on. So there's quality Armada content around for everyone right now, and that's why I'm here. I want to give you the news. I don't want you to listen to the negative stuff that AMG kind of, well, all right, I take that back. They're not negative. They're quite, for me, it's just they could do a little better, just a little better. That's all I ask. And for me, I'd rather give this information in this here and present the news as it is. As I said, to get that information that I got now, that was a Legion stream. So yeah. Any questions, guys, fire away. I'm more than happy to answer. As I said, going on further on, AMG, just give us one, like even just a picture. Give us a stream. Give us one little thing, going on. Next mini extravaganza, I don't care if you guys are playing and stuffing up. It's all right with us. So let's see if anything I missed as well. So I've gone for the yep. So talking back to, as I said, X-Wing was talking about because they are talking at the end saying that Adepticon will be the premier event for all three games. As I said, they'll need to give out Worlds invites. So I feel like this is a strong chance that Store Champs will come back. I feel I love Store Champs, as I said before. It is because what they're talking about is that whole getting those people to Worlds that can't make that regionals, who can't make that Worlds qualifier. I listened to the Armada podcast, guys, and they were talking about that they don't have a Worlds qualifier down south in Texas. So those guys, they're going to miss out because they don't have anything. Granted that AMG are still talking about, they've still got some qualifiers coming up. So I know Canada's having one at the moment, and there's some stuff happening in Italy and Spain. I should double check on that. So what about Australia? I think Australia won't have any open world qualifiers. I think what we got as the Grand Championships was it. From now till March this next year, I don't see us getting anything else, because of what we represent at Worlds. So could I be wrong? Yeah, absolutely. I could be wrong about that, and I hope I am wrong. But I feel like one of the weird things is X-Wing is China's getting a open world qualifier. I'm okay. It's something I'm missing because I didn't realize there was X-Wing Chinese players. But I'm not gonna say anything on that because maybe I'm out of the woods. I don't know how many players in China, but I would prefer maybe Singapore. Maybe Singapore has a big X-Wing and Armada following. So really interesting that China gets one. So we'll see how many players are going. We'll want to see more of the rapid reinforcements. Extremely welcome. Loads of networks are needed, and a good way to keep engagement. We don't have plastic models every time. Yeah, look, 100%. Like, rapid reinforcements too. Look, I would like to probably give it 6 months to a year till the next one comes out. I know that sounds a bit far off, but you don't want to be swamped with a lot of content, like all this cutout content. For me, rapid reinforcement, I love rapid reinforcements. The only downside to it is it is just free content. So you want to probably give out some kind of paid content here and there. I'm not talking about new products per se. I'm saying like maybe give out what I thought was a great idea. I think it was Andrew, one of our Outer Rim colleagues, brought this great idea. How about making an OP kit with rapid reinforcements in it? Those new cards. So like, instead of cutting them out, you get a whole nice card from AMG themselves. You get tokens and with they did the brace and redirect with all these tokens. They can do the same thing again with Anakin on the face on it, and the cardboard cutouts for Anakin, Darth Vader. They can do that. I understand there's third party stuff out now for that, but that could come in an OP kit. Just simple things like that could make rapid reinforcements one into a bit of a money maker. So that's one small thing they can do with that there. Card packs as well. Yeah, 100%. Card packs as well would be great. Like even rapid reinforcements could be actually extra admirals, extra cards as well. So it could be other things as well. It doesn't need to be a free printout. So you're 100%. It could be anything. Right now, as I said before, I'm patient with Armada. Rapid reinforcements once just came out of the blue, and I woke up one morning, and it was there, and I was like blown away. I couldn't even think at the time. That's one thing I really would prefer. A bit of, hey guys, this is coming in the pipelines next week. Stay tuned. So, rapid reinforcements 1 out next week, here's a sneak peek. But to wake up to that news and then try to list build, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And something that AMG could definitely kind of drip feed, as Krabak said before. A bit of drip feeding wouldn't be too bad. So fix the VSD. Well, the VSD's fixed, Dash. Play it in Republic. It is absolutely awesome. Engine text and spats all the way. So I love playing the VSD in the Republic. It is it is a little mini demo. I feel like it. So, and And Clint, no free onagers, please, no free onagers. Let's keep it friendly here, please. I know how much people want to fix the onagers. Let's look. At the meantime, I'm happy where Armada is for Armada. So the development of Armada. I understand that. Look, going back to the development of Armada, you've seen what happened at X Wing. They've done a lot of changes. People are upset about certain changes. That's fine. I'd rather them take the time to figure out Armada, figure out the game, get the right developers in to make new content. You don't want to rush them and make an absolute farce of the game. You don't want that. So I'm willing to wait. That's fine. I have no issues with that. So I will wait. I will wait till they have the right people in the team. And you can tell they know nothing about Armada. They don't know what the game is about. They're barely playing X-Wing as it is. If you watch the stream, Simone doesn't know, knows little about X-Wing. So what do they know about Armada? So I'd rather wait when they have it right and then give us products. Just to get it right, because that's the one thing you need. If you bring out something rushed and and something broken, then that's going to get people really negative on offside on the game. So I feel like that development wise, we can wait. As I said before, when they announced that there was no development for Armada last year, I think it was late last year, before the other Ministravaganza was coming up. Yes, I remember now. They said the two main focuses they were developing on was OP play and reprints. I just want those. I want that to keep those two promises. That's all I want right now. I understand about development. Okay, cool. That's fine. Reprints and OP kits. If you give us reprints, especially for players who are coming in right now, that would be fantastic. People have been asking, where is this? Where is that? Or small drip feed of ships coming in is not helping us. But main importantly, an OP kits is the main life for a brick and mortar store, for a local community, to keep us involved, engaged in Armada. As I said to AMG, you've already produced 2 Legion kits, 2 X-Wing kits, and we're still sitting on 0 for Armada. You don't have to give us rules. You don't have to give us change rules. Just give us cards. Give us something. Give us anything to print out. I've seen, the Battle of Yavin cards look fantastic. Great, use that. Use some pictures from there. It doesn't cost a lot to keep us happy. And that's my view on that. So, I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's just, I understand about development. Just keep those 2 promises that you said last year happening. That's all I ask. How hard is that? Apparently, too hard. And that, okay, I have to give some concession. What's been happening the last 2 years, and with stock issues and that's fine. And factories, that's fine. I'll give them that. But that time where it's running out. You can't hide behind that excuse. In the future, like coming next year or so forth. Look, we'll wait till what things happen. We don't know if things will go better or worse. We're not quite sure. But in the meantime, that excuse is starting to it's starting to end. They need to start picking up. So hopefully they'll get it. So, yeah. Well, Ash, we're always the red-headed stepchild. We always will be, and that's fine with me. So it's even new kits like a Rebellion and the Rebellion cards. Yeah, no, 100%. Like even like a new campaign kit for the Republic would be great. Yeah, there's so many ideas that they can do, and it's look again. It's all about development, and I'll keep it to that. I don't want to push it too much. I've said what I've said. I understand that they don't have developers. That's fine. That's okay. It's all right. I understand that. But, how hard is it to print a couple of cards here and there? I understand that. And that's the other thing too that Wilshik was talking about. It was all about, you know, he was talking about how do you get lights in your house. It's not just switching on a light switch. We understand there is development process. There's, you know, there's all these processes that need to happen for product to happen. We understand that. We totally get that. You know, he's talked about flicking on a switch and the light comes on, and you think, well, that's how you get light. Well, there's several processes in the background. Yes, we understand there's several processes to get certain content out there, and yeah. So I 100% agree with that, what he says. So yeah. So there are several things that I'm okay with, and then there goes the phone. Okay, so there are several things they could work on. For me, as I said, the main work they really need to do is work on the comms. Like, as you saw at as I showed you in Ministravaganza, what they did, it was just a bit. It left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth. So, yeah, a new campaign would be great. Yeah. No, look, as I said, great ideas, and the community. And that's what the awesome thing about the Armada community is. We're doing our own tournaments. We're doing our own kits. We're own, like, Admiral Tater's awesome product stuff as well too. So there are stuff that we do, but there'll come a time where it's like, well, why isn't AMG doing anything? And especially for a new player who wants to get the new, you know, wants to start playing. It's like, well, why would I invest, you know, $200, $300 in a game that the producer's not making any content? And as me, as a store, as an organizer of event, as a content creator, as running, you know, Armada content in Australia, it's you kind of put yourself in a hard point answering these questions towards these people, to people, and you try to stay positive. You try to say, hey, no, it's a cool game. You know, we love this game. It's a fun game. It's a deep buy-in. It's a steep learning curve. But once you get the hang of it, it's an awesome game. But to tell them, it's like, yeah, look, products. Well, let's not talk about products. It's not a great look, and especially when a company doesn't even announce their products, like the kit that they said there was coming. That is downside to that. So. Let's see. I think that's all for there. What I hope that AMG do now is actually show the kit at Gen Con. I hope to see some awesome pictures by the guys going to Gen Con, and hopefully we'll get this happening. Australia wise, I'm not quite sure when we'll ever get this kit. We've just got now the 2020 FFG kits just come in right now, so it tells you how far we're behind. So look, I look forward to that. I look forward to good luck to all the players going to LSO. And hope you guys enjoy it. That's one thing I really like. I'm missing at the moment is those big, massive convention type events that you see. So yeah, 2 years from now, yeah. So yeah, good luck to that, and hopefully good luck to guys at Gen Con who are going to the World Open World Qualifiers. So that'll be interesting to see what happens there, and hopefully the guys on the floor give some feedback to the AMG staff happening there, because I know Simone Elliott will be going through the convention, walking around. So can't miss her blue hair. So I hope some positive, some not being negative, but be telling what we think, and it would be the great way to see it. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. I think that's I've waffled on enough. So if any other questions in the chat, hopefully we'll be back with more Armada content. I do apologize, it's been away. I've been hasn't been any streaming at the moment. Not enough players are coming in, so I should be back to streaming hopefully shortly. But next week, next Saturday, will be our 800 point tournament. So it'll be 2 rounds of 800 points. So something a little different. So we'll have that streaming for you guys, and it should be some fun there. I also plan to do some, I'll be doing a ITC wrap up as well. on the games I played. So the International Team Championship on Tabletop Simulator, for those who have been following on. The finals are happening right now against, I think it's King of it's Republic of Texas versus King of Swiss East Coast, I think it is. So good luck to them. I know they started there, and then the third play playoff is between Team Germany and the Canadians, the RCAF. So good luck to those players who are playing off. I'll talk about, we came, I think, 13th or 14th. I think it was 14th out of probably, I can't remember how many teams, but again, I'll talk about that in the ICT wrap-up video. That's it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for joining me on the stream today. Hope, as I said, all we hope is that we get some further information from AMG of what is happening. So thanks again. We hope to see some future Armada content very shortly. All right, guys, remember, like, subscribe, follow us on the socials, and fly casual. See you later, guys.